The Hawks go on with a head full of steam. They conquer Adelaide Oval, and now it's to a blockbuster preliminary final against Geelong. Talk about ancient grudge. The Crows are out in straight sets. The indignity to be the first minor premier in 42 years to suffer that fate.
Oh, it's a big win for the Hawks to come over here 6 weeks after they lost a very tight match here, but to be able to come and win a second week away in finals football, it's a heck of an effort, and they had a really good input across the board. It was Jai Newcomb that got them off to a flyer, but then everyone contributed. Jack Gunston just continues to turn the clock back. His performance is extraordinary as we head down on ground.
That was an amazing start.
Yeah, it's always nice to come over here and get away to a start like that and sort of get the crowd a little bit quieter for a little bit and be able to control things. Thought we were able to sort of dictate the whole way through the game, which was great.
You sure did. You had it on the string though in that first quarter. 5 centre bounce clearances and 6 clearances in that first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it was important for us to start well. It was nice that it was falling in my lap to start the game, and I think tonight as a midfield we were elite. We sort of controlled that area all night, and yeah, credit to the boys.
Jack Gunston's still going all right. Another 5 tonight, 70 for the year.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to stop either. It's been very impressive this year to see what he's been able to achieve, and you know, our forward line's been huge, and he's been a massive part of it.
When Will Day got injured back here in Adelaide, I thought, don't know if Hawthorn can do it. What happened after that point? Everyone stood up and playing some really good footy.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, it spreads to a team game, and you know, we're not relying on one guy, although we'd love to have him out there. You know, it's a team game in the midfield, and we've been super amongst each other all year.
You played in a prelim yet? You're about to next week?
Yeah, first one. Here we go.
All right, get excited, mate. They're going to be a big one.
Thank you.
Tell you what, he's building one heck of a finals resume. Jai Newcomb, every time he steps out in finals footy, he dominates. He puts his best foot forward. He was exceptional. He was the catalyst that lit up the Hawks tonight. Quiet in the second term, and then a very consistent second half. He was best man of field for mine. But they had great contributions right across the board. You can see the excitement, the jubilation. They know the effort that it took to come here and get the chocolates.
Yeah, it is a stunning performance, both from Newcomb and all those, as you mentioned, and as Roo mentioned, without Day in the middle, who was he was a star when they last met here, but he's carried a big load. But all those around him, like Josh Ward and Warple, have done their jobs as well.
I thought Ward was good tonight. He was fantastic. So you can see the qualifying final was Adelaide Crows losing. So Hawks come through that elimination final against the Giants. Then they get the Crows in the semi-final, and now into the prelim against the Cats. And what a game that's going to be. Mark Michaud just mentioned 70 goals for Jack Gunston. Hasn't that snuck up on us?
Yeah, amazing. Jack Gunston, his Indian summer continues. The Cats await, full of their own stars, their own flair. And what history there is between these two teams.
This is a great rivalry.
The rivalry, each and every Easter Monday or thereabouts. They've had some amazing clashes over the journey. The Kennett curse, of course.
Don't remind
me. And as every Hawthorn fan reminds me, in knockout games, in knockout finals, Geelong has not beaten Hawthorn since the 1963 grand final. So that is something to overcome.
Something hadn't happened since 1983 tonight, and it happened, Addo. So it's a season of firsts, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is going to be one heck of a weekend, the preliminary final. We, of course, await Collingwood's opponents. And the Adelaide Crows leave the Adelaide Oval for the last time in season 2025, a home and away season where they achieved so much. 18 wins, minor premiers, and unfortunately the final series with nothing to show, not a quarter one.
No. It's almost like they got there too quick, Hunter. The meteoric rise from the foot of the table to then finish on top and get the double chance. They just weren't able to get it done.
Brody Smith, yeah, he is taking a long time to leave, so you can only suspect that that might be it.
And he's been a fantastic player for this footy club, Brody Smith.
Missed the grand final with injury in 2017. This was to be his last chance. And unfortunately, that now has passed. So congratulations to him on a marvellous career.
So it's an opportunity lost for the Crows, but now they've had a taste. Now you know what's required to take that next step once you get to September. I'm sure they'll bounce back big time next season. They'll be in it again.
And look at the Hawks faithful in their various clubs.
Geez, they did travel, hello. There is a lot of brown and gold here.
This is a club with so much success this time of the year. And they are lapping it up. They just want more and more and more. Back for a preliminary final for the first time since their premiership three-peat.
Oh, this is the joy of barracking for a football club. I know when you get to go on interstate trips, finals against formidable opponents, and you come away with the win.
They've been so success-starved, haven't they, Jace?
Don't you start. But look, I love seeing the players interacting with the fans because they feed off them. You need that support. You don't want to come to a place that is just horribly against you. But there were huge bays of support from the Hawthorn fans tonight.
And it makes a difference, doesn't it? Like in a home and away game, you don't get this because you just don't get the hordes to travel as much as this in such size. But we know it's an all-staff thing, isn't it? It's an all-club win when you win on the road. So they're all joining in the celebrations. Connor McDonald's old man will be in there. He hasn't missed a game in 89 games, and he'll be full of voice, no doubt, as he was last week. Into the final four. Well, they were close, aren't they, percentage off from being top four. So.
Well, and they had that game in Brisbane. If they were good enough to win it, they would have finished top four.
So it's not absolutely a shock, is it, that Hawthorn would make the top four, but it's where they've had to do it from.
I suspect it'll be a happy place down in the ring.
I think it will. And that's where the road leads us by Jordan Lewis, the ex-Hawk champ, and Gary Lyon.
Indeed, Anthony, the victorious Hawthorn team have come through. They're into a preliminary final. And they've got a massive audience here as well. Jordan Lewis got a bigger clap than James Sicily on the way through, Geordie, but this is a big moment for this football club.
Well, they got here early. The support, the family and the friends got in here early because this will be sung with gusto. Fantastic effort. Great man, David Hale.
Great scenes. They've gone one better than they have last year. They've been into a preliminary final. And I think, stand by, this is going to be something pretty special.